my family raping my niece, my boyfriend family, and a lot of other families. My niece is in real need for help. He thinks this is funny. I'm drained from worrying about the kids, worrying about my niece's health. She has been impregnated, I believe, and is having issues with her health as far as sexual transmitted diseases. No one cares but me, I guess. Um, their distractions don't work on me, or their magic, or their illusions. This is a cult that my sister's with, and she's killed my nephew due to him being infected with some type of disease, and they're trying to lie and say that they're fine. And it's been almost 2 years since I seen and heard from them, and I'm being stalked and harassed and trapped and basically held against my will because they send people to follow me and try to manipulate my mind, my things, delay my days. They have some kind of smearing campaign on my name. They've stolen my inheritances as well. My granddad just handed me a piece of mail that's old as hell, and he really
What he say?
none of your motherfucking business.
So why you telling me that?
I'm talking to my life.
Oh, sorry.
My boyfriend and his whole family is raping kids in my family, and it's something that they think is cool to do for some type of street credit because all of them poor as hell, and they're trying to basically put me under some type of fate that I wasn't destined to have, and catching karma for everybody that's involved with this. With them, people are dying because I'm returning. I'm an evangelist. I'm going to rebuke all evil, and every time I write for people who wish for kids to get raped in my family, he come popping up out of nowhere, and it's like a thing I have to do now. It's taking a lot out of me because I know that something is really bothering my niece about her being abandoned by her mom and sold to people who doesn't love her and care about her better health. I had plans for my family, my children, my niece and nephew, and I had money to where I can wait for them to get a certain age and they will be very wealthy. And my sister's taking it upon herself with my mom to have my children raped and turn against me, which I know that it never happened. They're just being manipulated. Everybody against me having justice and putting myself back in a place of comfort with the children that I love will be dead because I'm praying to God that, all of them die. Um, I don't need anything but the truth, which I already know it. These people are not apologetic about what they are doing to these children, and I want all of them dead, and they will be. And it's just something that you don't play with. You don't play about that, especially with me knowing that this was some type of project set up by the government, Secret Service, CIA, DEA, National Security, Homeland Security. The list goes on. Judges, attorneys, police, officers, detectives, all kind of shit. I've tried to call and contact people, and since it's so many people that's involved in this, that wouldn't help with my children, I've opened up my prayers to pray for all the children tied to my destiny. So really, trusting God. God will kill every one of these people that wish to continue on with this. You do not enslave a child to pay for anything for you by violating their body and their purity, their virginity. This is something that I don't really have any mercy for. No sympathy. They're trying to make me feel like I'm a bad person. I'm not a good person for children or whatever he's trying to make me feel like. And he knows that's not true. That's something that he's actually, he's the villain. He's the person that doesn't care about providing for children safeness or stability, something that is solid for them to be able to get to know themselves. And he has been a person who has tried to destroy my family. It's not going to work. I'm going to destroy his. And I'm not really upset about anything but my niece having bad health and my children. My children, I believe that they do have HIV. It's something that I haven't really spoke on, but their weight differences tells me they've even been either been pregnant or they have some type of disease to where they are blowing up extremely big because my children are heavier than me. Not saying that can't happen, but I've just had a lot of vision about, especially my youngest being pregnant. If she recalls me video calling her and asking, can I see her stomach? And she's a whole nother different size. I know over the years kids grow, but my mom is working with Masons to financially ground herself because she's too lazy to further herself with her education. It's been some problems with me and my mom because I feel like she's a person that is willing to settle for less in order for her to look like she's providing more for people who she assumes has less than her. But at the end of the day, that's just some type of ego that she's trying to keep up with. She will suffer until the day she dies for what she's done to these children, her grandchildren, and everybody who was joined with her will as well. I'm not taking no slack off of anything. I don't care what it is that I have to go through to get the point across that I will strive for excellence when it comes to these children. These children need support and love, and they need people to secure them with safety. And it's people who is like extremely threatful to children walking around here very cocky about doing this over and over again, and these people will be dead, okay, because I have no fucking mercy on this shit, and I don't need any extra help to do this is something that God is basically intervening in because I have been put in a situation due to someone being a broke bump, okay, in their family. As somebody who is lazy and don't want to commit to putting some type of drive and effort into something that they can grow their own money or income from, okay. And one thing I won't ever play by is my kids and money. I do understand that I was put into this process because of me being chosen for an important role that requires my spiritual divinity strength, my DNA, to protect things like this. I'm being tested, but I did not sign up for this, but I didn't have to because this is something I would volunteer to do. I spent my life volunteering to do a lot of things, which is why I haven't been able to succeed in the things that I really, really dreamed to do. And I do feel like I have succeeded because I've attempted things that I knew I would never attempt due to me being raised under the roof of my mom. She is the person that instills fear into people and try to basically get you to dummy down yourself in order for her to feel like, you have to come to her for some type of initiative to do things. And it's just something that I've outgrown with her. I don't really care to have any type of conversation with her unless it's something healthy. And, I forbid anything happening to these children just so that she can look like she's still in a good standing independently on her own. Meanwhile, forcing me into situations to where my life is in danger when it comes down to a lot of men being aggressive because they are financially grounding themselves with this project with raping children. I did write for all celebrities who enjoy watching children get raped to die because I feel like they are a real reason why it is provided financial grounding for this program. I do not care about who these people title themselves to be. This is something that is very evil. It's very wrong. These children deserve a chance to be able to run around freely. It's something that, I feel like I have to put in for my own purpose in this world to do because I have to do my part and understand that my children need me, but it's also other things that I can show other children. I consider myself to be a student, scholar, slash, whatever it is I'm trying to say, a teacher, instructor, whatever it is, because I do have a way of telling people things that is very useful and knowledgeable for them to use in order for them to feel better or to do better in their life when they're dealing with situations that they thought they couldn't amount to much or heal from. It's something that I am very, very passionate about doing, and these people are trying to block me from doing that and trying to basically keep my head compounded with a motherfucking whole bunch of bullshit. Okay, like you see how that just came out of me, and that's nowhere near who I really am. They're trying to make me to have an evil spirit because they want to attach themselves to me due to me being very prosperous and abundant with prayer. I'm being attacked as well because I'm an African American person with supernatural gifts that can rule authority in the spirit realm and in this lifetime. And I don't need any type of what is that called? I don't need any permission to do this. This is something that I use my intuition on. I am a person who takes authority over situations that are severe, and I try to bring a very calm balance to it very quickly. And it's something that I'm able to master myself to do, and I'm able to do that alone. So I don't really feel the need to try to kick the bobo with nobody, or, I'm really here for a reason, and people are trying to play with me and delay me and waste my time when it comes down to saving these children, and everybody will be dead. Okay, this is not nothing that I'm debating on. This is not something that I am, trying to get people to realize, oh, I can kill you. I want you to know that I will kill you, and you will be dead if I want you dead, or if I believe that, your energy is tied to something that I'm trying to protect that is worth salvaging, like these children and their future, their sanity. Okay, their health is really at stake dealing with these type of people. These are people who won't even change their clothes every day, brush their teeth. People who basically is like sleeping on the side of a sidewalk, waiting for the call or somebody to come up to them and tell them it's time to go rape a child to get $20 an hour. Now, I don't know if everybody's getting that, but that is the limit that they are giving my niece. To where, they're really trying her like a $20 whore, having her gang raped by multiple people, but she's being extremely strong. She has a supernatural gift where she can really project her mind to somewhere else. So I know that, whatever it is they've done to imbalance her has only given her more aspiration to do something about it, as far as like in the future, or to where it is able to get to me on what is going on. Because I've taught the kids to pray, and to always hold peacefulness within themselves, to where they're understanding that they are very strong and they're important to, basically do whatever it is that they were born to do without anybody blocking them. No one can stop them. I really encourage children, and I teach children thoroughly. I'm a person that won't stop, trying to drill something into a child, because I want them to understand how to protect themselves when they are in severe situations. This stuff is really serious, what's going on, and I'm being forced to deal with it, and I don't mind it, because I will make sure that my goal is exceeded, because I want these people in jail, and I want them to die in jail, and if they don't want to go to jail, they will die right now today, okay, or within the next whatever. Okay, this needs to go ahead and wrap up, because I am sensing a lot of political attacks. A lot of things will backfire. It will be some important people that, could help change society for the better that will be dead, because they are holding in the secret about what's going on with this project with these children. Soon, I do believe that it will not be a government. I have been saying that for years. I believe that the government will be eliminated, executed, due to them basically eliminating themselves. This is something that they need to understand, that they need to create some changes, because we can't live under laws that, came from the beginning of time and try to put it in these generations, plus add on the new technology and some fuck shit to do with that too. You have to be very cautious on what it is you're doing when you're trying to basically lie about something, okay? Because you have to turn that into a bigger lie, and it turns into a bigger lie. And what happens is a big explosion after that, okay? And these government official people, they don't understand that it will be a massacre, okay? And it will not be anyone surviving this. This is something that, I believe that the Holy Temple is trying to force command on, okay? This is something that people need to take extremely serious. I don't care about what it is you don't have. I go through that every day. You must be a person that believes in yourself and be very patient with yourself, so that you can create a way to manifest without doing things that can bring you sorrow in the future, okay? Because it's very important on what we do today, for us to be able to gift something later to those we love, okay? We have to take our time one day at a time so we can understand how to, organize ourselves to be able to prepare ourselves for what's to come when it comes down to a grand change, I'm going to say, because it's something that has to happen due to them enhancing technology. Technology is something that has increased these children to be more than we even ever thought we'll be ourselves, which is always the plan. And somebody is going to have to stand up and be brave about this and do the right thing. That's working with the congressman, the presidency. I'm just keeping it real, okay? Joe Biden, he doesn't want me to relate anything to the presidency. I'm sensing I'm having problems speaking it out. But at the end of the day, he knows what time it is. He knows that him acting out of emotion about something that is extremely wrong will only get him fatal karma. And I'm just feeling like he's senile and he's not understanding the depth of the situation. The depth of the situation is those people's lives are not more important than these children. These children are the future. These children will grow up and be the next president, this and that. But it's something where they're trying to kill off certain people with certain spiritual power who maintain some type of authority in the spirit realm. And people are being tricked into being a part of this. So, adding their energy to this. This is something that is extremely serious and nothing lasts forever. If these people thought that they can do this forever, I'm sorry, but I'm really not sorry. You will be dead, okay? If you're holding on to doing something and you know it's extremely wrong, I don't care how evil you are. At some point, you must understand that you will be attacked the same way that you force it on someone else. So it's important that we try to balance something out about this, because I will make sure that everyone is dead over my nephew and over my niece and my children and my money. Y'all don't understand what kind of person I am. I'm not going to hold no sympathy. I'm a person that if I do have to feel sympathetic about something, I will only take that in prayer. And it's up to God to will whatever he's going to do next to whatever situation that is. I'm not going to ever act like this is something that I'm not taking seriously. I might have to, have my good and bad times while going through this situation. But I'm always in my subconscious very meditative on what needs to be done in order to heal this. Because I don't want to have it to where I'm very grudgeful towards my family. I love them. I've never wanted to ever have to turn my back or say goodbye to someone that I love. I'm a person who is very much into making love spread, as far as it can, and trying to, give people chances, because I know that we have misunderstanding, disagreements. We have things that could alter our direction when we're working with each other, okay, where people can go their separate ways. So we have to be very cautious, because sometimes you can do something to somebody and they would never come back, and that can be the angel in disguise that was sent to help you to align yourself so you can fulfill your destiny. This is something that's very important that we have to take seriously, because we don't want to have regrets with ourselves later on to where it's overwhelming and overbearing, and you are harmful to yourself or putting yourself at harm's risk because of your previous behaviors has caught up with you, okay, and you're kind of stuck at a standstill where you feel like you might as well stay the same because it's just getting so much deeper and harder for you to get out. Get out while you can, okay? If you're still alive while this is going on and you know that people are dying from raping these children, it's time for people to let this go. This is something that, I'm really giving a caution about this, because I sense a lot of deaths has happened, and it's foolish deaths. These are deaths that, was brought upon like a kind of plague on these households who's participating in doing this, because God is the open and the close. Jehovah is the open and the close, okay? We are children of Jehovah, whether we have changed our allegiance with him or not. If you're a person that did sell out and sell your soul, it is never too late to repent and to give yourself to God. And I know for a fact that it can be hard to try to get redeemed or redemption for sin, or, sometimes we can even be at war with ourselves, fighting demons, and it's just not readiness yet for you to be able to make peace with whatever it is you've been doing to yourself. But we have to be very brave, and we have to take authority and use power over anything that was meant to destroy you. And, I'm just speaking from wisdom because of my experiences dealing with a lot of these people that was something in my life to try to distract me so they could corrupt my mind and take over my blessings, which is my two children. And my children, they will always be mine, and I will always be respected for being their mother, no matter what it is that has happened. And by the time I'm done with this, it will be something, thoroughly explained about it, to where they forgive me for everything that I ever said or done, which I'm pretty sure that is already embedded in them because I have taught my children that since they were born, to have a bond with me and an honesty with me, to where we are always able to come in and give each other some type of support or love. It doesn't have to be clingy or nothing like that, but I prayed to be as close with my children as possible. And, the devil tried to destroy me by taking them out of my presence. But at the end of the day, they live in me because that's where they came from. And God blessed me with the chance to be their mother so that I can help them to have certain characteristics about themselves to help their cousins or to help other children or family in need. I have never been a bad mother, okay? And I have had everything on my back, for me to try to organize myself for my children. And I have never given up on myself or broke a promise to my children. This has been the longest that I've ever taken to get on my feet for something. And I understand why now, because it's a lot of people that's sabotaging my stability because of me having, a real saneness to what's going on when it is a case of an emergency, and they want to create some type of evil stronghold on my children and these children in my family. And when I tell you, this is their last supper off of this shit. Okay, if you still trying to figure out a way how to get by, my ex-boyfriend Corey Jones too, he's really running this. I'm concerned about his children. I got out of his car one day and his son started crying. I don't know his son like that. I have never spent any time with his son for his son to, be looking like, cleaning and grabbing and gripping on the window like, please don't leave me with this man. That's his daddy. And I just always looked at that like it was something going on that I probably should have questioned a little more about what kind of person he is. Even with him babysitting my children, I feel like under my own roof, due to me being a very hard working. I am a provider to my family, even if they're not going to be like honest about the things that I've helped them with, because I know that is a lot. I haven't been able to really help myself, in a fruitful way with my own things that I earned or whatever I was blessed and gifted with, because I always been a person who was caring enough to try to see if I can help someone else. Due to me being blessed, I want to give it to someone else. I think I said that earlier, but it's something about these people. They want to try to stress me out, but they are very stressed about whatever it is that I'm not supposed to know that they're doing. But I'm just a really good mind reader. I read really well off of body language, tones of voices. It's important for people not to, come to me if you have information that you don't want to reveal to me on your own, because I'm going to find it. Okay, it's something about me having a pace with people to where I don't even really have to talk to you or see you. I can actually just feel something going on and clairvoyantly see it. If it is something that God wants me to do about that situation, or a certain way that I deliver my message to where a person needs to get it that way, whether I'm cussing, fussing, or saying it in a educational voice, it doesn't really matter. It's meant to resonate with whoever it's meant to resonate. Okay, I'm designed a certain way, and I design things a certain way due to me believing in Jehovah and me having a way to take that leap of faith. And it's very promising, and people can trust me with whatever it is that I'm saying. Okay, I've lived my life trying to be honest as I can. Everybody is not perfect, but it's sometimes where we have to be honest about our situations we put ourselves in, and take responsibility for our actions. Okay, because it's nothing that will ever be a secret, especially not in society. I have explained this on my channel. It's the reason why it's called society, because it's very sociable. It's something where people were meant to converse with each other and bring things in together to where nothing will ever be a secret. It will always be someone that's seen you, heard you. I did get an astral message today. I understand that these people are being watched every little time they go to do something. I was able to provide a lot of tarot readings, and that helped someone who is investigating this because they dropped a little bomb on a little comment, and they're thanking me for that information. And I recall the same person, or the it doesn't have to be the same screen name, but I have a astral gift to where I understand who someone is when they're talking to me, even if they're under a fake profile. I can also look at a phone number and understand what the person is all about just from their phone number. I have a way with numbers. Everybody's different the way that they use things in order for them to have some way of calculation of what it is that they're consuming in their life. Okay. I don't like taking in information that is not useful, that can't feed my brain. I feel like I've been placed around a bunch of rejects that is never going to succeed in life because they have chosen something that will fucking devour them. Okay, because at the end of the day, they're going to have to always remember what they had to do to still have nothing, which is rape a child. And, these children will move forward and have futures and be people who will be like philanthropists or very, very much, public speaking. These children will have platforms from these people doing this, but that doesn't mean that they're not going to need more support here and there. And it's something that should be created for these children just because of this happening to them. And this is something that's been going on for a long time. I'm pretty sure some people that is adults that would like to speak up or has spoken up. Someone's doing something about something because I can tell the way that the police is acting, that this is coming to a close. And I just don't fear police and I don't fear people. I really put my trust in God. I understand that when somebody does something to me, it will be fatal for them and deadly. And at the end of the day, I'm not afraid to do something to somebody. I'm not somebody who is a scary person. If something's going on and I have to get a little rage to me, I will definitely give it to you. This is something that you can't underestimate about me. I'm someone who is very, very out of the box. You never know what I'm going to say. You never know what kind of vibe I'm on. You can only guess. And for somebody to believe that I'm going to sit here and be in La La Land and forget that these children are being tampered with by evil people, it is very stupid of y'all to think that. And every day y'all will die by the bulk. I'm not playing. It will be all over worldwide on the globe. I'm not playing. Y'all will have nothing but drastic news going on back and forth. And it's going to get closer and closer and closer, and everybody will be dead eventually. Okay, because I'm not here to be sabotaged. I'm here to complete my journey. I'm not going to ever give somebody the opportunity to take away what God has given me in order for me to bless someone else. And I don't care who it is. It could be my mother. It could be my father. I look at myself as an orphan anyway because I do not have support other parents, and that is something that I never made myself dependent on because I always strived to be independent and to make sure that I can show my mom that she didn't have to do anything for me, but she's trying to make it look like she had to do something for me. But you didn't do nothing, Felicia Morel, but rape my children, get my children raped with men who has fucking STDs. Okay, and you surrounded me around rapists and plotted this on me, and you cursed my womb to even be pregnant, which is why I believe my children are even able to be alone with you in this plan in the first place. Because I just know that I'm of God, and it's a jealousy I'm receiving from people due to me being able to have some type of composure with divinity. And that's really bothering these people because they have to throw out something stupid out their mouth just to try to feel a way to degrade me and somehow. And I'm not looking at that situation ever like that again. I'm looking at these people like they're upset because I am a person who is putting a stop to them raping children. And I really want them to understand that I'm not going to go back and forth with somebody that is a rapist. Your ass is just going to be dead. If you don't listen to the message, you will be killed. Okay, some people will kill themselves as well. The government, I read months back, they're gonna make it look like a lot of people committed suicide, like the suicide count this year, I believe they threw COVID in because of this situation. It's that big of a deal. I believe also that pretty soon the whole world will be infected with the HIV virus due to them wanting to do some type of testing on injections or medications Something they probably even had the whole while because they knew that they would put this out. Something they want to do to try to kill off a whole race. But that's impossible to do because, the world just doesn't move off of color. Okay, this is all about spiritual power. This is also about money, of course, and it is about what people is doing here with their DNA. Okay, because it's just gifts that people have to where some people don't even know that they're that powerful. Okay, and I ain't gonna lie, I was one of them, but I will never underestimate my power because I've made it this far, and I've had to be extremely strong in order for me to deal with a bunch of men who is basically set up to try to take power over me, and I end up straight junking their ass. Okay, I'm just saying. Piece of shit car. You got a piece of shit car. There's some lemon heads. At the end of the day, something going on with the lemon boys. If you from St. Pete, you know what I'm talking about. They need to watch their ass, okay? It's going to be a lot of federale kicking the door because these feds need to understand to do their job. And that is something that they're going to always have to do, even though they want to play little games to try to delay doing it. It still takes a lot of effort to try to not do something, so you might as well just get that shit out the way. And I'm just a person that would never hesitate when in the case of emergency, when I believe that somebody's in danger, and I am very courageous to do something about it. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it right now, and I don't even know how I'm going to get that task done. But when I tell you I'm here only to complete the job, okay, I don't want to really deal with anybody unless they're doing the same. And I appreciate help along the way. But, only thing that will be accepted is divine assistance. We won't be accepting anything from anyone evil, all evil that trespass against my destiny or divine DNA tied to my destiny will be casting the evil by casting the fire by force. Somebody's sending voodoo to me right now because they want to try to silence me, allow fate or death to all, wishing to silence me. Now it's above and so below, forever freezing, irreversible freezing. They don't want me logical about the situation because the more logical I get about it, the more closer they are to death. Okay? Just off pure intuition alone, I am not a person that need a lot of spiritual materials to get anything done. They putting all this woo on me, voodoo or whatever it is. They going overseas and shit. Person my whole life. I got a couple scars on me, but I was gonna get that anyway because I'm rough. I always been a tomboy and somebody who is I quit. I busted head first. It don't really matter to me. But I'm growing, and I've always been very ladylike and mothering and nurturing. At the end of the day, whatever people can say, they have their own opinion, just like I have mine. But in your heart, if you know you're a rapist and you're trying to point a finger at somebody else, and this situation is, falling apart right now, I guarantee you that you won't make it. You won't survive it. Okay, so I'm just giving this out as a public announcement of caution for people who thinks that this is the life that they're going to live, because all of this stuff is coming to a close. Okay, it's a reason behind everything, and if I know about the situation, that means that something is happening about it, and it will be a piece to it at the end, because I just don't hold on to bullshit unless it's something that I'm doing about it. Okay, so if anybody's wondering why I'm still with Devontae, I'd rather be around him so I can understand a better way to help him, because he needs some type of healing, because he thinks this stuff is okay to do, raping these children. And, at the end of the day, he had a destiny of his own to play basketball. And if that's something that he doesn't want to do, and he wants to give up everything just to be a rapist and turn out being on drugs because his mind can't handle what he's doing. And, he's been influenced to do this, and whoever did manipulate him at all or put any type of spell or curse on him to do this while he's in my presence, supposed to be divinely connected with me, and ended up trying to tarnish everything that I planned through God, aligning me to do so for me and my children. I was actually casting myself to be on TV, taking my children with me so they can understand to never be afraid to go for their dreams, to take action instantly. I wanted them to be able to see how, confident I was, so they can walk around and give that same confidence to themselves and somebody else. This is something that I'm very serious about doing. I want people to have courage to commit to success, because it is so much at odds that will create a way for us to fail. We have to stay strong in what is the right thing to do, because if you add too much strength to something evil, that can have an effect on everybody. Okay, so we need as many people as we can to please turn their minds into the right direction, their hearts in the right direction on this, and think about if you was a child. Some of you guys were a child that got molested. Okay, and that's nothing to play about. That's nothing to play about. This, and I know y'all hear him telling me shit like that all the time, and y'all gonna get to see him go down for yourselves. I'm already knowing this because I'm not the only tarot reader that's predicted this. He's finna really, really hit a fall that will take over him forever. And it's just because of childishness and wanting to be grudgeful towards me, because he wants to be evil. Okay, he has something that has really got a stronghold on him. He can't get no work done outside of raping these children. And this is something that he will always fail, because he's tied himself to this so deeply. He will never have an achievement again, because that's what he wanted for these children. And, it's going to backfire as well to the children that he loved and his family. And this is just something that I hope we all can learn from. This should not be something that continues. I know that I feel like I know that the KKK wishes for black people to attack each other, and I want to remind them that this has nothing to do with color. This is about strengthening DNA. And, at the end of the day, this is only the 3D. You have to put yourself in a position where you can see things from all realms. Okay, all worlds, all realms, planets, whatever. Please expand your mind and understand that this is only the living. Okay, your flesh, you should never obey your flesh, especially when it's telling you to commit to doing something evil. And if you're a person that just jumps up to go do something evil, but when it comes down to doing something for God or doing something that God allowed you to do and you have no type of interest in that, I'm sorry to say this, but you have been sold to Satan. You have given yourself to Satan in some way, shape, or form, because Satan is coming in you in order for him to try to stop you from listening to God. And, God is not going to be a person or a thing that, you could just play with. You're going to have to really feel his wrath when it comes down to whatever he birthed you to do for this world. Because it's not about us. And a lot of these people are having a selfishness that has took over their brain, and the black magic is reversed on these people, and they're not understanding that divine DNA can see the demon in them. Every last one of them. And I'm dealing with this man here, because he has a lot going on. I know I have my personalities and my ways, but I tried my best to transmute that energy in order to open up a portal to bring something blessed in. Yeah, he's trying to blame something on me. Somebody's trying to frame me. And when I tell you, that's going to be impossible. It's going to be impossible for you to do. You're wasting your time. And you are also wasting precious, valuable moments for these children who are in desperate need for some help. This is not something that adults should be even in, unless they are trying to rescue the situation. It is an unlimited supply of money, to where these people don't ever have to even do this. This is why they must be imprisoned for what they've done. Because we have to use discernment in situations, especially when it comes to making money. All money is not good money. You have to understand that God is giving you a reason to wait for it if you don't have it. Because something about it can be wrong. Okay, and we have to be very cautious and careful on how we're spending our money and making our money, and who it is that we're sharing money with. Okay, because at the end of the day, everybody's not your friend. Some people want to use and abuse every little thing about you and all the things that you have, and you have to, have some type of voice about yourself, to where people don't do that to you on a constant basis, and they're taking full advantage over these children, because these children need someone to have a voice for them. And I don't mind being the only one doing that. So I don't need anybody telling me I'm saying the same thing. At the end of the day, kids get raped every day. If I want to wake up and choose to be an activist for children who's been molested or enslaved with sex trafficking, then that's something that I choose to do. And that should not bother anyone. That should actually get them to be in agreement and join in and show some love and support. Okay, anybody not doing that, I know that you are a rapist or you're a person that's protecting one or getting paid to try to stop me from protecting these children or come in, to try to block me. But that's fine. That's on your own discernment. Everybody has free will. You made your own choice because I guarantee you, you will die. I open portals left and right all day, okay, telling God to kill these people that's raping children tied to my destiny. Anybody trying to watch them get raped. Anybody who won't give a child freedom and a way to where they can feel comfortable within their growth spurts of life of living, y'all, it's going to be dead. These children deserve better parents. They deserve people who is going to care about providing for them. They don't deserve people who is trying to manipulate them to make money for them. And this is something that America is doing. And I believe they've been trying to push this off as if the foreigners are involved. And at the end of the day, they're all in some type of alliance to do this. This is something very serious, okay? And no amount of money should be worth your life, and no amount of money should be worth raping a child. Okay, these are really strong sins, at the end of the day. We have to be serious about committing ourselves to get a stop to them. Okay, because this is something that can really affect these children to where later on in life it just can really do a lot more, and that's something that I believe that they want. They want stuff to put on the news and, keep them working. But, the world could actually come into a peace and a calm if we were able to make sure that we are not hesitating when it comes down to things that is extremely necessary to do, like preventing things like attack on children, okay? Because these children will need so much help, and that will be something that you'll have to come out of pocket to do as well. They're going to need some type of counseling, therapy, or programs to try to help encourage them and remain confident enough to try to survive through all of their attacks, okay? And this is just something that I want to put in to do. Okay, sleepy, but I don't care about that. I'm going to do this no matter what. I will put everything to the side. And I think that this is backfired with the government not wanting me to have my children, because now y'all done sat me around someone who's extremely lazy and boring. And I'm going to have to do something at the end of the day, which is, fucking around with me. That'll be 3 or 4 different things. But I'm just a person that splits stuff up to where I can handle that. Whatever I'm trying to do for myself alone, if I have to. I don't want to ever put too much on myself to where I feel like I have to be reliant on somebody who I know is not reliable. They're using me they're relying on me, to be able to get them something to use. These people that I always met, because I've never had someone come in and really financially secure me, and nor have I ever asked them to. Okay, that means that you're working with somebody who will go half with you or put more effort in than you. So be very cautious on what it is you think of me, because all evil that think of me is dead. All evil that attach themselves to me will be dead. And I'm not saying that to be like a bully. I'm telling the truth, and that's something that's happened all my 35 years of living. Things really severely happen to people, and these people are just acting like they just scraping up their last dime, like they have to take some type of payment in order to fucking bother me. And when I tell you, those people didn't tell those people that the last people died and went to jail and suffered brutally. At the end of the day, they think I'm suffering, but I'm sitting here and I'm safe, and I still am generating some type of income while I'm sitting here. So I'm not stupid or crazy. And, I want to break from the hotel because they have been recording me in there against my consent. And, all of this stuff was done because of my boyfriend. And he is going to understand that, everything that you do will come back on your ass. Especially when you're dealing with women and children. We have to respect the mother nature, the womb. And, you know, these men, they just will never learn. They're going to have to keep going through these cycles with themselves, trying to be something they're not, when they're going to understand at the end of the day, if you had somebody that was willing to try to work with you and go half with you, or, you know, be a snake. I'm not in a position to do free readings. Now, if you catch me reading something and I'm able to ask a question for you, I will. But when I'm on a title like this, don't play with me about no reading, about your own little personal life. And I'm telling you that my family is being molested by people that I trusted to go further with my children. And, you know, and at the end of the day, these niggas so greedy. This nigga done took my children from a place where they was comfortable with their mom, just so him and his family could still not have a goddamn thing and go to jail. Because none of them is going to get away with what they've done to my dad. My dad earned whatever he earned, and it was up to him to give that stuff to whoever he wanted to, and he don't even know these people. And these is the type of people that'll brag about stealing. Or brag about that's why, you know, somebody getting raped. You know, just stupid shit. And they're going to suffer for that. Them, their mama, their grandmama, and everything else. And, you know, I just don't have no sympathy for that. You can go get your mace. You can go get your bats. You can go get whoever the fuck you want to go get. At the end of the day, my opinion of you will never change. That's how I met you, and that's how your ass going to be dead to me. If you haven't shown me anything different, and it's not really a thing for me to have to receive a way for you to show me, I really don't give a fuck. I would have to find a reason to care, and I don't have any room for shit like that. Especially with people who are adults, who understands, okay, maybe you have some kind of dislike towards a person, but that shit shouldn't linger on year after year after year. And this is when I realized they are doing something to try to put me under some type of tower moment, or to trap me from having independence and stability, so that they can steal from me and walk around as if they have more and I have less. And at the end of the day, it is such a fucking humor to me, because all of them still ain't got a fuck thing. They don't even have their own shit. Okay, I've had that stuff so many times and been able to bless people with a place to stay and cars and stuff like that, you know, to where they can further themselves. And I did it from a place in my heart to where it was something that I meant well, good intention. And this is why I'm going to reap the best karma from this situation than them, because they don't understand that we were supposed to come together on this and make sure nothing happened to these children. It's no amount of money that we even needed for it, and God made sure that it is a testimony of proof through me for you guys to see that no matter what I didn't have, I still stood in the paint 10 toes down to make sure that these children had something, because all I needed to do was go and buy $1.50 pack of school paper and $1 pack of pens. I be mad when I can't have enough to buy 2 packs. Okay, so I need $2 and buy 50 cents plus the $2 for my paper. Sometimes I can't even afford that, but I get what I can. I pray for more money once I'm down low running on my paper. And at the end of the day, they didn't even want me to have a dime to eat. They wanted me to starve. And I feel like if y'all doing that to me, y'all definitely doing that to these children. They are drugging these children. This is something that, you know, they do to try to, like, get them to easily have sex with these men and shit. You men will never amount to any damn thing from this shit. And it's foolish to engage with your whole family to do it, because now none of you will. And that is not a man. That's somebody who is just accustomed to